Attention YouTube reviewer, the following video is filmed on a private gun range by a firearms expert. All firearms are handled responsibly and at no point are any bystanders present or ever at risk. The following video also contains no footage of full auto firearms, bump stocks, firearm modifications, or firearm ammunition cells as defined by YouTube's community guidelines. This includes our outro. Alright guys, welcome back. Today, it's a little different. What I'm going to be doing today is we're going to be taking a look at cursed gun images. So, basically what I've been doing over the past couple years, I've been making a collection of cursed gun images that I've saved over time on my phone. And I actually saw one not too long ago and made me remember that I was saving them. So, what I did is I got them all together. And I'm trying to do guns that Brandon Herrera hasn't done yet. So, if I hit anything that Brandon Herrera has done before in one of his cursed gun images, comment down below and let me know which one it is. And, yeah. But first, let's talk about today's sponsor, me. You know, YouTube's doing the things and all that stuff, so, you know, help us out by checking out the store. I've got the first video on the, Snuggles. The first videos on the builds and modifications on the website. Basically what I'm doing is I have one page on the website that's nothing but the videos that I cannot post on YouTube. They are instead over on Rumble, but I got them linked on the website. So that's where they're at. So that's the first video that's up is just a simple video putting a new cheek rest on that AMD 65, yeah, it's AMD 65 up over there, and yeah. Anyways, let's get into it. The first one we're doing now. I've seen all of these pictures. I haven't really looked at them, and the video is gonna have 10 pictures. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first one we got here is, I don't know how I feel about it. It's a VZ52. That has been modified to have a pistol grip and a underfolder from looks like a Worser. Not gonna lie, I don't hate it. I mean, it's kind of cursed. I don't know. For me, this is one of those things. I guess I would have to hold it in my hands to really see how it feels. I've not had a chance to hold a VZ52. I'm working on trying to get my hands on one, along with a couple other interesting semi-autos that are surplus. But the VZ52 is a little hard to come by, especially the 762x39 versions, as those are the premium. But yeah, you know, it's there are worse out there, and trust me, there are worse to come. And in this video, I'm only going to be doing 10 guns per video, and this is the first one. I have quite a bit saved up, so, okay, let's move on to the next one. Oh, okay, this one here, I remember this. I saved this one a couple years back. So, this is an SKS. I can't tell where it's from. But, okay, so they have a Polish PPS 4352 buttstock in rear receiver section welded onto what looks like just the dust cover, which I suppose if that's the way you're gonna do it, that's not a bad way to do it. But man, the length of pull on this thing must be crazy, because you just added what, like 6 inches to the back of the rifle and then the stock. Yeah. Okay, so let's move a little bit further forward. I don't know what he's doing with all the rest of this here. Yeah, I mean, everything's basic until you get to the front, and we got a cheese grater gas tube cover, and then what looks like a shotgun, a pump action shotgun foregrip. I mean, I don't know what this guy is going for as far as you know, what his plan is, but you know, I don't know. I don't know. If I ever get a chance to see it finished, I'll find it and I'll post it. I'll show y'all. Alright, next. Okay. This one here, we got a Lee Enfield and like a almost like a Dragunov style stock with a scope on it. Now, this one's not super cursed, and I'll tell you why. These are popular in New Zealand. New Zealand has a lot of Lee Enfields, and a lot of them are converted to 7.62 by 39. I can't confirm that this one is converted to 7.62 by 39, but I'm almost willing to bet that it could be. It's very well possible. It could still be 303 British. There's no way to tell it, but I mean, it's, once again, I don't hate it. There's worse on this list. There are, but I mean, it's not bad. At least the stock looks like it was well made, and it's not just chopped up. And I mean, the pictures aren't exactly great. A lot of these Cursed Gun Images pictures online look like they were taken with a Nokia potato. But you know, I mean, it's got a vibe. Let's go on to the next one here. Alright, now this one here, I saw this one. This one's actually a couple years old too. And I really like this one, and I wouldn't mind doing a build like this one day. So what we have is we got an FAL. I can't tell what country it's from, but it's obviously been converted to 7.62 by 39, and it's got AK furniture on it. I mean, I don't hate it. I actually like it. It's got a vibe. If I saw this at the gun range, you know. Now, if this one here is a real firearm, like if this is something that some country slapped together for their troops or something like that, or some prototype thing, let me know down in the comments below. It's something that's about the receiver looks off to me, especially around the magazine well. It just looks off, so that's what makes me think it possibly could be something legit that some country has built. And it's strange, that bolt almost looks like an SKS bolt. And you know, you know, the FAL and the SKS does have the same locking system. It's a, you know, a falling block locking system. I wonder. That's a curious idea, but that definitely looks like an SKS bolt on there. Yeah, if this is a real gun or something like that, let me know down below. Let's go on to the next one. Alright, I saw this one here a while back. So somebody made a extended magazine for a Mosin Nagant by chopping up and welding a DP-27 pan mag to the bottom of the Mosin magwell. I mean, it's, you can tell that's flux core TIG as well. So you know, it's not like somebody really knows what they're doing. But I find it interesting because it got the bolt out, so I feel like the bolt and the fire control group are out of it. So I feel like they just welded this together. But that makes me wonder, why wouldn't they just take off the whole magazine and trigger guard assembly to weld it together so it wouldn't be on the rifle? I don't know. Now, I do plan on trying something like this eventually. However, breathe so I get enough oxygen today. However, I'm not going to do it on a Mosin. I have a project in mind that has something to do with the PSL in the future, and I might try something like this. I'm curious to see how it works. I've never seen a video of one of these working. I'll see if I can find one. But I mean, in theory, But my question is, if you're doing it like this, the Mosin Nagant's kind of a controlled feed because it's REM. So it has a what's the word I'm thinking about? But it's got a mechanism that actually takes the top bullet up out of the way from the rest of them. That way it can't actually get REM lock. So I'm curious if that's still functional with that pan mag. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay. Now this one here is kind of cursed but not cursed. I added this one here because for a modern thing. This is a rebuild. This is a Brownells BR180. So it's like their modern version of the AR180, like I got back over there. And there's a bullpup kit for it. Which I suppose if you're going to do a bullpup kit with anything in the AR family, the AR180 is the one to do it with. I've even played around with using my AR180 for another little project. Might see about some kind of little project with it. But, I mean, it's cursed. Would I do it? Probably not. I don't know. What do y'all think? Yay, nay? I mean, it looks cool enough. I mean, I bet it's fun, but the problem with bullpups is you completely ruin the ergonomics when you do a conversion for a bullpup. Okay, so let's go. What's next? Okay, we got us another SKS on here. This one's not super cursed, but this one might make some collectors a little sad. So we got us an SKS, and I guess this guy did not have a stock for his SKS anywhere. So he modified and chopped up a no, this is not an SKS. This is actually a Mauser. Looks like a K98, but I'm not sure. But they took the K98 and they dressed it up like an SKS. So they got an SKS gas tube on here with the upper forearm. They cut their lower stock to fit like an SKS. They mounted the bayonet lug in the front sight. And it even looks like they managed to get the rear sight block on there as well. I mean, that's interesting. Now, I'm wondering if this was meant to be a semi-auto conversion, because something I'm kind of curious about is I'm looking here on the receiver where the bolt is, and there's this little thing here. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's a rubber band. I don't know. Try to pull the bolt back for it. I don't know, but I mean, someone did a lot of work to put this together, and I have to say, I don't really hate it. Down here on the bottom, we got some OG cursed gun, something other. So I don't know. I mean, it's cursed, but it's got a vibe to it. I kind of dig it. I'm call it cursed, but cool at the same time. Down in the comments, what do you think? Let's go to the next one. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I like this one. I plan on doing a build like this. It's the Tactical Mosin. So we got a SBR Mosin. We got AK grips mounted to it. Muzzle brake. A micro red dot on the front of it. And then a wooden PKP stock mounted to it. I don't hate it. I actually really dig this, and I do plan on doing something similar with a beat up Carcano that I got back there that I picked up for $60 a few months back. What do you think? Y'all think it's a vibe? I think it's a vibe. I would totally run this thing. I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be a fun hog gun, to be honest. Alright, let's go to the next one. Oh, this horrible thing. This thing's been bouncing around. It's actually mine. Y'all know it. It's the cursed PPS 43, the Call of Duty gun. It's right up there on the wall. If you've never seen the videos with it before, This gun here, it was my very first parts kit build that I got. Is a PPS H43 Polish PPS 4352 Polish. I wanted the wood stock with it. This was my very first parts kit build, and I had chopped and re-welded this thing probably 10 or 15 times. And I got to the point where I just realized, because this was my first build, it was not going to look perfect. It was not going to look great. So I went ahead and I said, you know what? Let's hide my crappy welds and lean into it and just make it unique. Make it to where when people look at it, the welds are the last thing to look at. So you know what I did here is I chopped it up. I got rid of the original front barrel shroud, and it's actually a piece of square tube, like hold squill tube that's galvanized that I got at Home Depot that I used for the front. I chopped off and removed the original grip and made a mount for a AK pistol grip on it. Then I custom modified. I made a custom hanger for a AK handguard, and I put a Romanian dong on it. And that's actually the same Romanian dong that used to be on my my Walser 10 that I used to have that I traded to my buddy. So, you know, that was part of the deal. Is I said, hey, you know, I'll trade it to you, but I'm keeping the dong because I want to use it on this project. And then I welded a low profile steel pickerel on top of it, and that actually has multiple purposes. So one, it is a rel, and then two, it actually ties together like 2 or 3 cut sections of the receiver to you know, get a little bit more strength. And on the other side, I have a pickerel using on the other side of it. So, you know, I think it's cool. People hate it. Some people like it. I tell you what, it's a smooth shooting gun, though. That thing has like no recoil, and it just stays flat. I wouldn't mind doing it in a PCC match someday. Let's go next. Okay, we got us another underfolder and another infield. So what we have here is we have an Obrezd underfolder SBR infield, and I'm not gonna lie, I'd run this thing. Like, for real, I would run this thing. They made the pistol grip good, and if you look real carefully, it looks like they actually have a steel strap around it. Or they have it's a single steel piece that bolts onto the hub, and then it's just like 2 grip panels. You know, I'll tell you what, someone actually put some work into this one. Now, that does look kind of like a Worser, underfolder, but something about the hinge over here kind of looks a little different on here. And then, wow, yeah, I mean, it's personally, I think it's got a vibe. And I wanted to start it kind of light on this first episode of the Cursed Gun Images, and this is the last gun on here. We've done all 10 that I have set up for today. Not gonna lie, I think this thing's a vibe. Let me know down below. What do you think? What was your favorite one? Which ones would you rock, and which one would you want to burn with fire because it made you cry inside? Yeah, so let me know down below, guys, and I will see you next time on number 2. It's probably going to be in a month or so. I'm thinking maybe doing one of these once a month, beginning of the month, and go from there. Anyways, guys, y'all, please like, subscribe, share videos, all that good YouTube-y stuff that the algorithm likes. That way we can keep going. Hopefully we can, you know, keep the channel going with these new YouTube regulations and all that whatnot. And I'll see y'all next time. You have a good one.